My belly is getting fatter and my ass is getting flatter, and I do not want that. I want the opposite.
And that is my pop's birthday. Oh my God. I'm coming to you in real time because I want to document this, not only for myself, but for any other female out there. So I wasn't expecting this at all, but I did a pregnancy test last night and it was positive. I'm still in shock. I haven't fully processed it yet, but my mind's just got 100 different questions, and I want to say that it's like, I feel like it's normal to feel this way. Like, I just have 100 different questions and I haven't fully processed it yet. And of course I'm excited, but I'm also just, my world is just like obviously going to change so much. Obviously I'm excited, but I'm also like scared and nervous and in shock. And to be honest, I wasn't actually expecting it to be positive at all. So I'm still just trying to actually process it. I don't know what to do. Like, in terms, I've done a pre and postnatal course, but I haven't trained a whole bunch of pregnant or postnatal women. So I haven't put heaps of stuff into practice a lot. Just even like modifying my own training. It's like I'm currently 6 weeks, if that is correct. Like, after I get a blood test and triple check that everything is confirmed, I'm like 6 weeks at the moment based off my last period. If you've been already weight training for a while, then you are okay to continue. Obviously, modify the loads that you're lifting, trying not to brace your core too much as well. So your breathing changes when you're pregnant. I do know that, and I have coached people through that. So instead of like breathing in and bracing and holding your breath, you want to actually just breathe continuously throughout the movement. Like in a squat, you would breathe in as you come down and breathe out as you come up, rather than breathe in, brace, hold, squat, and breathe out. I did a test because I have missed my period by 8 days and my boobs are so sore. Like, I have been bloated over the last 3 days. I also am a little bit constipated. I hadn't pooped until today for like 4 days, which is very, very unlike me. I am a very regular gal. I'm just like, I'm still trying to process the emotions. Like, kind of cried yesterday, but also I think I'm still in so much shock that I haven't actually processed the whole thing. Anywho, I went to the doctor today and I was like, what the heck do I do? Like, who do I go and see? Like, what the fuck do I do? So, story time. I went to the doctor today and basically I need to pee in a cup and I need to get a blood test just to make sure that everything is actually correct. And the test was, in fact, yes, I am pregnant. So the doctor said, oh, you can just go and get one now, just walk next door. And I was like, I'm freaking out because my previous experience with blood tests, anyways, so I was a big girl and I grabbed my little bag with my little wee cup in it and my blood tests. Okay, walk, let's go. There was another guy waiting in front of me, so I sat down next to him and I heard someone like fluffing around. Anyways, waiting, and it's been like 10, 15 minutes and I'm like, I can't wait anymore. I really need to piss. So I grabbed my little bag and I walked to the bathroom and I walked past someone who was having lunch out the back and I was like, can I just go and pee? And he's like, yep. I went and peed in my little cup, piss all over my hands, of course, and put it in the little bag, wiped myself up and cleaned up. Then I walked out of the bathroom and I said like, oh, how long will you be, kind of thing? Like, oh, not until 2 o'clock. And it was literally, it had only just hit 1:30 and I was like, I literally cannot wait another half an hour. I know that there's a guy in front of me and I am getting hangry by this point. Like 1:30 is my lunchtime. So the fact that I wasn't even home and eating, I was already hangry. What the fuck do I do with my pee because I can't wait until 2 o'clock? And he's like, oh, you can just drop it off. And I was like, no, I need a blood test as well. And he's like, oh, I was like, can I drop this off now and then come back and get this? And he's like, no, you have to keep them together. And I was like, okay. And he's like, what you can do is you can put your urine in the fridge and then you can come back and drop it off at the same time. And I was like, mad. So now I'm walking to the car after going to the doctor's with a freaking thing of wee in my hand. Now I've brought my wee home and my wee is currently sitting in the fridge. Well, this is a bit weird to film. I'm still a bit in shock from like the last few clips and just like the last few days. I'm just still processing, and I'm still waiting for my doctor to ring me today just to 100% confirm that yes, I am pregnant. A bit odd. I haven't been like craving anything, but I have been Googling 100 questions a day. So if you are in your first trimester like me and you want to know a question and answer, then I probably have it for you. You don't need to use Google. You can just reach out to me directly. Diet-wise, I don't think I need to change a hell of a lot. However, I have seen pregnancy vlogs saying that pregnant women love cereal, so I'm just kind of getting ahead of that little itch. I also need to add in more greens to my diet, which I don't really like. I've had zucchini in the past, I've had spinach in the past, so I thought, you know, let's try and incorporate some of those foods for the rest of the week. And lots of lean meats, so I've got my extra lean turkey mince, I've got some breast. Yeah, Natso's going to be pretty mad. He's not here tonight, but I decided that I'm making myself cutlets. I have just been kind of Googling what is best to kind of put into your diet. Like, I haven't changed a hell of a lot, but I do want to make sure that the little baby that I'm growing is getting all the nutrients that it needs to form all of its organs and legs and hands and everything. So I did say that I haven't been craving anything. However, chocolate has been at the top of my wanting list at the moment, and shock of the century, I haven't really been wanting my ice cream, which I have every single night. I don't know if that's because I'm eating smaller portions. That's one thing I have noticed over the last couple of weeks is I don't feel like eating big meals. I've never generally been a person who actually loves eating big meals anyway, but I'm definitely noticing like this week my breakfast is just way too big. I just feel unwell afterwards if I do eat the whole thing, and it's just sitting in my stomach like it's just too heavy. So I am going to reduce the amount of food that I'm actually eating each meal, and I guess space out having more meals over the course of the day rather than having my breakfast, a snack, lunch, and then dinner. And I just don't want my dessert right now. I think it's just too close to bedtime, and I'm just satisfied with my dinner settling in my stomach. However, I have been hangry from 7:30 in the morning. My breakfast break usually isn't until 8:30. The last 2 days at work, I have had to shove down some apple because I am just hangry and I cannot hang for another hour. So this is what my first 7 weeks of pregnancy looks like. Baking bread at 4:30 in the morning before I go to work, because that's just what I do now. It actually smells pretty good. Doesn't look great, but I'm very happy with the first loaf. So I'll put this in a container and I'll cut it up when I come home from work. So something that feels really, really wrong at the moment, only because like I've just found out and it's like I shouldn't be telling people yet. I feel like a little liar because like I haven't told anybody at work. I'm really not eating my breakfast. Like it's just little things, bits and pieces. It's just like I've been so tired the last couple of days. I haven't slept like properly over the last few nights. I am so tired today. Like it's actually like beyond a joke. I'm yawning all the time, and like I actually normally kind of yawn at work. Sorry, everybody. It is like uncontrollable at the moment. I am literally like yawning at like 9 a.m. I'm like, I haven't even done anything. It's hard to explain, but like I don't feel exhausted. I'm just like tired. Like I just can't help but show I am super tired. You know, my boss has been giving me some extra things to do, which is awesome, and I love the opportunity. He's talking to me and I'm just like looking straight through him because he said to me on Tuesday, he's like, oh, you know, it's perfect timing, great opportunities, da 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 da. And I'm just like staring through him being like, you have no idea about the news that I'm going to drop on you in a few weeks. And they're going to Greece in 2 weeks for about 2 weeks. And I'm like, I think I'm going to be the one who's like in charge while they're gone. And I'm just like, yep, not a problem, guys. I still haven't decided if I'm going to tell them before they go away or when they come back. I'm literally just wearing my bra right now, so apologies for the angle. But I think I mentioned the other day that I'm not actually craving anything, but I'm loving toast at the moment. Like I said, it's not a craving. It's just easy to get down and it just tastes good. I just feel comfortable eating it. I just like it. and I'm liking peanut butter. So yeah, I'm really liking toast, and I've kind of gone off a little bit of dairy. Like, this is literally the first time in my whole life that I don't want ice cream. Like, it's too creamy. It's too, not really loving my yogurt and my berries at the moment either. Berries I can kind of have, but I'm like, I don't normally have them without my yogurt. So I've had a couple of spoonfuls. Like, I'll literally make a bowl of raspberries and yogurt and I just won't eat it. Like, I'll have 2 bites and be like, I just don't want this. Like, this is just not what I want. So I'm just kind of like not satisfied.
So it's Monday the 29th of September and I am just about to go for my first appointment at the hospital I already know that it's official, I'm pregnant, but it's a first official appointment with like the midwife or the OB. Anyways, I don't know, I'm so nervous, but I'm also so excited. But I also don't exactly know how far along I am yet because I haven't had an ultrasound and they were asking me if I've had one yet. And I'm like, no, the doctor has just told me to book in an appointment and go from there. So I don't actually really know what to expect at all today. I need to ask them when I should get my dating scan because as far as my app is concerned where I track my period and when I showed the doctor, as of right now, I am actually like 7 weeks and 4 days, but I don't actually know how accurate that is because I've only had a blood test which said that I was between 4 to 6 weeks and they can't actually tell until I get a dating scan. And I didn't think I needed to book a dating scan before my appointment today, but the lady was asking me if I've already had one and I said no. So I also feel so weird because like going to work, and all weekend I've had to like lie to people and it feels so horrible because it's like genuine, it's just like genuine conversation, but I'm at a point right now where I'm like, I can't be telling people because like complications can arise and all of those things, which I'm not manifesting that out into the world, but you just never know. So I've told none of my family. It's literally just Natso and I who know. Dodged conversations all weekend. I went to a freaking gender reveal on Saturday for one of my best friends and people, obviously baby talk is all happening. People are like, oh my God, when are you guys gonna have babies? Da 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 da, whatever. Like, oh, have you thought about it? And all I have to keep bringing it back to is, I think I'm gonna compete again next year, so I'm not sure yet. So then the whole baby thing is completely like out of the conversation. How's the gym going? Oh yeah, I'm working on my 100 kilo sumo deadlift. I even said it in my last week's video, like, oh fuck, it's just, there's so many things, conversations that I'm dodging. Someone at work today, Georgie, if you ever watch this, she asked me point blank, when are you having kids? Oh, that's rude of me to assume. Do you want to have kids? Da 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 da. And I literally had to look her directly in the face, eye to eye, and say, I'm not sure. Meanwhile, I'm like, I need to go because I can't lie to people. I'm just like, oh, I'm not sure. Out of there. Get the fuck out of there. So people who are watching this back, I am very sorry for actually having to lie to your face.
On Monday, as you would have seen in the previous clip, I went to do my first appointment with my OB. She did try and do an ultrasound and my bladder was too full. So she told me to go and half empty it so she could see. Obviously didn't quite half empty it because my bladder was still quite full when I came back from the bathroom. Embarrassing, but she said that she can't really see much and I'd have to go for an ultrasound. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm about to leave and I'm a little bit nervous because like she said that if she had like a little probe thing, she would have just stuck something up my vag and checked it out and seen it that way. And I was like, glad that you don't have that little maneuver just to woohoo. Anyways, so a little bit nervous about today. They're probably gonna have to stick something up there. And I mean, like, guys, I know, like, obviously that's the way it happened in the first place, woohoo. But having somebody else stick something up there to find all the way up in your, yeah, that just doesn't sit well with me. So fingers crossed for me, please, and your toes, that I don't have to go through that today. Yeah, I'll be back in about an hour to share my experience with you. Okay, so not exactly the news that I wanted. They still can't tell how far along I am. So they said that it's very early days. I tried to ask the lady like 4 to 6 weeks and she was like, oh, I don't know. It's like anywhere between like maybe 4 to 5.5. And I was like, okay. So anyways, she did do an ultrasound, but because I have a retroverted uterus, apparently it's a lot harder to actually see how far along I am because of the way that my uterus sits. So that's fun to like know, I guess. My uterus sits a bit differently to everybody else. But also she did stick up a probe up there, which to be honest, it wasn't as uncomfortable as I thought it was going to be, but still wasn't pleasant knowing that some chick's just standing there with some probe up my vag. Anyway, I don't really know what is the next step. I guess I'm just waiting for my scan results and the photos to go through to my doctor, and then she'll give me a call tomorrow at 12:15. I've booked it in. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to get another blood test, or I'm probably going to have to book in another ultrasound for another few weeks. And the ultrasound itself today was $275, and I'm only getting back about $50 from Medicare, which I think is fucking ridiculous. Only $50 from a $275 scan. You've got to be shitting me. This morning on the pregnancy diary, I literally don't feel like eating anything. I just feel like cooking and baking, but I just don't want to eat anything. It's just really weird. I saw that this is really good for pregnancy because it's just got all the probiotics and everything. However, I love sweet things, and this is just another level. Like, it literally tastes like I am drinking just cream. It's gross, but I like it. But it's gross. I also didn't even heat up my breakfast yesterday. I just wasn't interested whatsoever. And I'm just hoping that people at work don't notice. And I've just been saying that I cooked my rice really funky this week and it's just not doing it for me, which is half true. Apples have been going down okay, but I just can't eat a lot at once, which is really annoying because it's like I'll have maybe 2 pieces of apple, maybe even just like 1.5 pieces of apple. So eating has been a bit challenging, a bit frustrating. I literally made myself a Vegemite sandwich this morning. I have 1 square left and I just don't know if I can do it. My hot chockey is half full. Again, don't know if I can do it. Like, I don't feel sick, like I need to vomit, but it's just like, I personally, and I know that not many people would say, I like being nauseous and I like vomiting, but I really, really don't like the feeling. I'm really not a vomiter. I'm not used to it. I don't like feeling uncomfortable in my belly. So I think I just force myself to stop before I get to that uncomfortable, sick feeling, and I'm not pushing food. I am probably weighing in, well, this morning I weighed in at 50.5 on the scales, and that is pretty much where I'm sitting. So I think prior to finding out that I was pregnant, I was sitting around 51.5. So I think I've lost 1 kilo, which isn't ideal because I want to be growing the little thing inside me. But yeah, it's been a big challenge kind of eating. Didn't really eat my dinner last night. I thought I wanted mashed potato. Didn't even touch it. I had meatballs. Again, I had 3 of them on my plate. I think I only ate 1.5 of them. Food is just not doing it for me right now. Called Natso on my way home and I said, I'm dying. I need chicken nuggets and I need chips ASAP. Please order some for me. And I just pulled up home and he's not home. And I called him. I was like, where did you go? And he's like, I drove to get you some nuggets because I thought it'd be quicker. Oh, it sounds so dramatic, but like, I just need something. My energy is completely 0. I went for a walk with my sister as well. Again, very hard not to say anything. I'm blessed in a way that I woke up sick because nobody suspects anything. But I'm also like, why did I wake up sick? It feels like so hard right now. I literally feel horrible today. So I pretty much slept like all day yesterday. And for the last like 3 nights, I think I've slept for like 8 hours or something, which to some people might sound normal. But for me, that is a very long time. I went to work this morning and I just worked from 5:30 till 8:30 and I was like, I'm out. I gotta go. I booked a doctor's appointment this afternoon. So I've just tried to come home and eat some food. I made some pasta. As you can see, I didn't eat much of it, but at least I ate something. So I actually do feel like I've had a little bit of food go down and sit pretty okay this morning. It was so awkward this morning. Britt was also sick at work and she went and got some Lemsip and some cough lollies. She came back and she was like, do you want some Lemsip? And I actually have Lemsip at home, but guess what? You have to consult your doctor before you drink it if you're pregnant. So I was like, no thanks, I'm okay. It's actually so annoying. There's so many things that you're not supposed to do when you're pregnant. I can't eat anything. I've literally lost 1.3 kilos since Friday. 3 days, I've lost 1.3 kilos in total. So I need to get some food into me. I need to stop losing weight, and I need to make sure that I'm actually growing and fueling my body and the baby, but I just literally feel horrible right now. I'm sharing these things with you, not to be a Debbie Downer, but literally just to show you the whole process, because right now it feels cooked.
Oh my goodness. Oh, as you can hear in my voice and my nose, I am sick. Yeah, it's been a few days, I think, since I last filmed like a little entry, but basically it's Thursday after the long weekend in Sydney, and I am so congested. I literally can't take like any Panadol or Nurofen or anything like that. It's so freaking annoying. But on the bright side, I went to the doctor earlier this week because I was feeling so nauseous, and I was just like, I haven't been vomiting, thank frick, because me and vomiting, like I mentioned earlier, I know no one's like a fabulous vomiter, but me and vomit, absolutely not. Like I can't handle it. Before it got to that point, I was like, I need some medication because I feel so nauseous and I'm just not eating. Like I've literally lost probably 1.5 kilos since I found out that I was pregnant. And it's literally because I'm just not eating, because I just feel nauseous all the time. Imagine feeling sick 24/7, like all day. The ladies who vomit and carry on with their day and whatnot, just 24/7 is driving me mad. Like I can barely drink water. Like this is literally, I've drunk up to 9 a.m. today. It's 5 p.m. I've literally drunk up to 9 a.m. Like I can't drink, I can't eat. It just feels horrible. Anywho, the reason for today's entry is I have been taking progress photos and videos each week, which I'll leave somewhere in this video. But I thought that I'd be one of those people who like kind of, not, I don't want to say thrives in pregnancy, but I've always imagined myself like still wearing like really tight clothing and still looking like cute and dressing up and like looking nice and still working out. And honestly, I could not think of anything worse than wearing tight fitted clothing. Like I am literally, as soon as I get home from work, I'm straight into my pajamas or straight into like tracksuit pants that does not cover my belly. I'm not even showing yet, but I just feel so bloated, so disgusting, like gassy. The feeling is not nice. And I know that it's only early days. I'm still not sure exactly how far along I am because I still haven't got my dating scan, my official dating scan going next week. So we have to wait another week to see how far along I actually am. And then we're gonna start telling people the news next weekend because it's Mr's birthday, he's turning 3. We're gonna start telling our families next week. So hopefully after the dating scan next week, I will actually know exactly when we can expect little baby. Back to why I wanted to do the entry. I know that it's only early days, but I just don't want to train. I feel so lazy. I honestly feel shit. I am such an active person and I want to be doing things. I want to be training. I want to be moving my body. And it is safe to do so, but I literally just can't think of anything worse than training. It feels terrible because I've been training pretty hard for the last couple of years and I feel like I've made some serious progress, especially through like my back, my glutes, especially considering I do still want to compete. And this little thing actually put a bit of a spanner in the works. So I was considering competing early next year, and the people who I've been talking about to compete next year, they're like, oh my gosh, do you want to do this show with me? And I'm like, I would love to. I just don't think it's the right time right now because I haven't been telling people, but I'm like, I cannot, which is totally fine. But I just feel like I'm losing my gains. I don't know. It's like I just almost don't really feel like myself. Like I am growing another human. I've been sleeping so much, 8+ hours every night. I've been napping during the day, and it's not because I'm sick. It's literally because I'm so fatigued, but it feels so shit because I literally haven't done anything. Like I haven't trained, I haven't worked out. It's such an awkward phase to try and navigate because I want to train and I want to do all those things, and I'm sure that, you know, in a couple weeks time I'll feel better and I'll be back on my mojo. I just look in the mirror and I feel like I've been making some serious progress with my legs and my glutes, and now I literally just feel like a twig. A lot of other people might not see that, but that's just how I feel. I know that I'm now at a different phase in my life and I have to like honor this journey and this phase, but it is hard to come to terms with, and especially when you're not feeling great. Listen to your body. Don't push it through things that you don't need to push. I also was gonna start training 5 times a week. I literally can barely even, you know, think about training twice a week at the moment. It's honestly seems way too hard, and it really frustrates me saying that because I really do want to do it. I just don't have the energy for it, which sucks. Hello, so I am still sick. And I've just been editing all the footage together from like the last couple of weeks, and oh my God, I sound like the biggest Debbie Downer. And I didn't realize until I started putting all the footage together. So I apologize for sounding like a Debbie Downer, but I'm just trying to share the real and raw experience of, you know, your first time pregnancy. I know that all pregnancies can be different. I know that all fitness journeys are different. Everything in life is going to be different for different people. But whoa, I have been a Debbie Downer. I just wanted to like touch on what I was saying yesterday in terms of the way that I'm feeling with like my body and stuff like that, and just not feeling the best because I've been training so hard. I've made so many gains and I just feel like I'm losing them over the last few weeks. I haven't been training at all really. My legs feel like twigs. It just feels horrible, and at the moment, I'm trying to eat whatever I can, and I'm trying not to think that it needs to be the most nutritious, delicious foods. Like, I literally am trying to stomach and eat whatever I can that makes me feel good in that moment. It's also making me feel really terrible, and don't mean like cold, sick terrible. I mean just in general, it's making me feel disgusting. I have literally been eating like packets of chips. I've been trying to eat like chocolate cake. I have been eating toast, which I'm kind of going off at the moment. I'm eating a lot more processed foods, and more simply, I'm trying to eat more processed foods, not because obviously that's what's going to nourish me. And it feels so bad because like I don't want to be eating so much processed food, but I am trying to eat things that are higher in calories because I am losing so much weight and I don't want to lose any more weight. Even having like dinners and stuff, like having potato gems with my lamb steak rather than mashed potato or like Spud Light potatoes. I've swapped my Spud Light potatoes for regular potatoes, but I just still don't feel like eating like big meals. And I tell you what, one thing I'm very, very upset with myself about, not even like myself, but just it's so frustrating. I'm really not loving protein at the moment. And I don't mean that I'm like hating it, but it is so hard to get protein down right now. I still love eating protein, but like I'll have a couple of bites of chicken, couple of bites of steak, and I'm like, that is more than enough. I'm literally reaching for more carbs, more high calorie stuff, and it's a struggle. But basically my rant is I don't want to be getting into bad habits, but I'm really trying to switch my mindset right now is I'm eating what I can stomach. I'm eating what is going to try and give me a little bit more energy. And I know that some of you might think like, why don't you just go back to eating like your nice turkey mince or your beef mince with your peas and your corn and stuff? It's like, that tastes like absolute trash. I literally can't even think of stomaching that. It's so hard to try and nourish and eat well because there's just certain things that just taste like smack. It just tastes horrible. So that is my little rant for the day and my little update. But I just really hope that over the next few weeks that I can get some sort of appetite back. I don't feel as nauseous. I don't feel as sick. I've been to the doctor. I've got some nausea medication. So I haven't really noticed that that's helped a lot, but yeah. Good morning, guys. I have hit a new low weight today. I haven't weighed this weight since I did my prep. I literally weighed in at 48.6 kilos. What the actual frick? I have lost 2.7 kilos. 2.7 freaking kilos. I think that's in like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks and a couple days. Actually really surprises me this morning because I have eaten a lot better over the last 2 days. And when I have been eating, I haven't felt as nauseous, as sick. I feel like my stomach has been handling food a lot better. Okay, team. Oh, I'm starting to get used to vlogging and filming over a couple of days, but it's also hard to like make it interesting because I'm literally just sitting and chatting, and I don't know if that's something that people enjoy watching. I wanted to do an update from over the weekend. So all last week I was sick, and it was just flu sick, like haven't vomited or anything like that, but it's just congestion, nose pouring, all of the things. The next part is a little bit TMI, but if you're a female and you're watching this, then you will totally understand. I went to the toilet on Friday afternoon, late afternoon. I had some dry blood in my undies, and obviously I am pregnant. So I was like, what the heck does this mean? This is not right. Anyways, it was just like a tiny bit of spotting, obviously, and I hadn't been to the toilet for a few hours, so I noticed it a little bit later in the day. It was almost like I had started my period, but it was only very, very light, and I was like, okay, this is a bit strange. So Natso was on his way home from work, and I'd said, don't think this is right. We should maybe go to the hospital and get it checked out. Anyway, we went to the hospital, explained everything. They took my blood pressure and stuff, my urine sample. The urine sample was fine. Now, we sat in emergency for 3 hours. When it hit hour 3, I went up to the reception desk and I was just like, do you know how many people are in front of me? I just want to go home, kind of thing. And it was 11 p.m. by this point, by the way. So she was like, yeah, there's still 7 people in front of you. And I was like, fuck that. So we went home. I said to her, if I was to come back tomorrow, obviously they can't guarantee when I'll be seen, but you know, came back on Saturday morning around 7:30 a.m. I sat and waited again for another 3.5 hours before somebody saw me. By the time they then saw me like through the other part of the hospital, it had been 4 hours that I had waited and sat around all Saturday morning. They took another urine sample, which was all okay, and I was praying that they were not going to do a blood test because we all know how I feel about those. Luckily, universe was on my side. They didn't do a blood test. They just did an ultrasound. They said that they could see a heartbeat and that I shouldn't be too concerned. Then they booked me in on Monday for an early pregnancy assessment, and he was like, yeah, your appointment's at 8:50, da 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 da. And I was like, I have literally just had like the whole week off work. I cannot afford to have another day or another second off work at this point. And people will think I'm sus. If I say I'm free to come in from, 5:30 a.m. to 8:30, but I can't do the after that. Anyway, I decided to get Natso to ring them on the Monday morning and say, I cannot make it, I'm stuck at work, etc., etc. I was okay with this because I do have a scan tomorrow to find out officially how far along I am and a dating scan. I feel like I have been waiting so freaking long for this, but finally tomorrow it's happening. I feel like I'm growing, like I feel like I'm getting more bloated. So, I mean, obviously I'm not like growing yet, but I feel like having those kind of symptoms, being a little bit more bloated, feeling a little less nauseous actually, but still like not being able to eat full big meals, I'm feeling better. And it makes me feel good that everything's gonna go smoothly tomorrow. And one last thing for today, my family is coming over on Friday night and we are going to share the news with them because it's Pumbaa's birthday on Saturday. So we are teeing up a time to come and see Pumbaa, and Friday night just seemed to work well.
How's this for an update? I reckon I've had Macca's more times in the last 3 weeks than I have in the last 3 years. I don't know what it is. Chicken and cheeseburgers right now, absolutely slapping. I just love them and I'm literally keeping McDonald's in business. So I had my scan on Wednesday, which was exciting because they could see it, they could see a heartbeat, and I actually giggled because all I could see was this tiny little ball and this thing's just moving like straight up and down, and it was like, that is the heart, that's its heart moving up and down. So I kind of had a giggle. And the lady said that I am about 7 weeks and 2 days. And then she told me the due date. And I don't want to get emotional right now. I'm going to try not to. But she told me the due date was the 31st of May. And that is my pop's birthday. Oh my God. I bawled my eyes out the whole way home. I actually didn't go home. I went straight to the cemetery to tell him, and I cried the whole time that I was there. And knowing that I was going to tell my family this week on Friday, and I had seen like butterflies all week leading up to my scan, and even today when I took Pumbaa for a walk, there was a butterfly that followed us literally the whole time. And the universe is real. Like, I don't believe in like God or anything, but the universe, like, I feel so connected that it's crazy. And to think that my baby is due on the day of my pop's birthday and he's not with us anymore, just, it melts me. So besides Natso, my pop is the only other one who currently knows.
But later on, I am sure my family is going to absolutely lose it when I tell them. Film that and put it in a separate video. This is literally just a diary, a little vlog, but I'll film telling people and all their reactions and put that in a separate video. Don't know if I would have posted that by now, but if you're watching this in the future, then I'll leave a link on the screen. Hi! I thought I would give a little update because I am now just over 9 weeks. I think I'm like 9 weeks in a day or 9 weeks in 2 days. Anyways, I'm 9 weeks. I literally can't believe it. Today, I actually woke up feeling pretty good. One of the first times that I don't want to say like I'm back to myself, but I woke up, I went to the gym. I just took Pumbaa for a walk, if you can hear him breathing down there. Are you a bit tired? So yeah, I went to the gym this morning, I took Pumbaa for a walk and I feel really good. So I haven't done a lot of movement over the last literally 9 weeks. I literally haven't done a lot. I can count on one hand the amount of times that I've actually trained. I've done 2 sessions this week, so very, very happy with how today went. I sat down with myself yesterday and I updated my program. So I've got just 3 full body days to do. I've broken it's not full body every single day, but I'm hitting different muscle groups, but over the course of 3 days. So 3 days sounds manageable and achievable at the moment. I would really, really love to do 4, but the thought of 4 feels overwhelming and makes me feel like I probably will only do 1 or 2. So I would rather set the goal of 3 and then just see how I'm going week to week. If I feel like adding in a 4th session, I can. And I've also created a little mobility and flexibility day just in case I want to actually do something, but I don't want to train weights. I was actually exhausted this morning at the gym. So I've read online that your heart rate shouldn't really go over 140 beats per minute when you're exercising when you're pregnant. And the first set of squats I did today was literally just with the bar weight. All 3 sets were just with the bar weight. But the first set that I did, my heart rate got to 151. And I was like, what the actual is going on? I needed to sit down. I was so exhausted. First set, first exercise, I was like, if this is gonna be how the whole workout is going, I am not here for it. But I did it, I got through it. Yeah, it's just really weird navigating how to train and how I'm feeling because I really want to train, but I'm just not up for it. And then big win this morning. So normally I haven't really been having a lot of breakfast and I haven't been eating much, but I cooked myself some pasta as soon as I got home from the gym, a full bowl of pasta, just plain with cheese and butter. And it was amazing. I ate the whole freaking bowl. So I'm really happy with that. I didn't weigh myself this morning. I think I'm going to try and start weighing myself every 2 days because I hit another new low weight and it's kind of just getting in my head now. I literally weighed in at 48 kilos, which the weight that I was when I was competing. So I don't know, it's just a little bit confronting because I know that I don't look the same as when I competed. I'm obviously my belly is getting fatter and my ass is getting flatter and I do not want that. I want the opposite. But obviously, different phases of your life is going to bring on different phases of how you actually look. I know that I am starting to eat a little bit more and hopefully I can stomach a bit more stuff and not feel completely unwell every single time I try and take a bite of something. Hello everybody. It is officially past the 10-week mark and I know that I haven't filmed for a hot minute. Really not been a hell of a lot to update on. It's all kind of still roughly the same. I still have tender little boobies. Well, they're getting bigger, but anyway. I'm still a little bit nauseous. I have started feeling a little bit better around food. I'm actually looking for food a lot more than what I have been. So I'm not feeling as sick. I feel like I am able to eat a little bit more, which is nice. But yeah, still food is all over the place. Love LCM bars. I'm not really eating much else other than plain pasta and just really plain basic stuff. All I know is that I am freaking exhausted and I haven't done anything. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been laying on the lounge for the last hour. I stood up to get ready to go back to work and my heart rate just shot through the roof. I'm exhausted and my heart rate is just obviously your blood circulation, your heart is pumping harder than you normally would be if you weren't pregnant. But oh my God, I literally get puffed walking up the stairs at work and I'm not even at the 12-week mark yet. It's actually wild. I'm really not training at the moment. I'm trying not to do any steps. I've kind of stopped weighing myself as well because it's starting to get in my head a lot. I weighed in at my lowest was 47 kilos maybe last week sometime, and I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm actually starting to get a little bit worried and I don't need to feel worried and put that extra stress
in my head. So I've stopped weighing myself, and I know that I am starting to feel better. I know that I'm starting to eat more and avoid doing things that's going to help me hold on to some calories and hold on to some more energy as much as I can. So I don't feel like weight training, so I really haven't been training a hell of a lot. And I'm also thinking that I'm exerting so much more energy by weight training, and I'm just not getting in the fuel afterwards. Like I'm still just not eating enough to be able to like replenish all those stores. So I'm like, am I actually weight training and like losing weight? Or like, obviously it would still be helping me hold on to some muscle mass, but at this point it's literally just about reserving my energy and eating as much as I can when I feel like eating. I set a goal to walk 100 Ks for the month of October, and I'm glad that I only set it as 100 Ks because I pretty much did the absolute bare minimum, and I pretty much hit those amount of Ks just doing my normal day-to-day life, like with work, like walking around on the floor at work and not putting in a hell of a lot of effort into doing extra steps to hit that goal, which is nice. I've got my 10-week scan on Thursday, plus another little blood test just to see if there's any issues or anything like that with the baby. I don't know why I'm crying, but I'm just so happy right now. I feel like a bit like overwhelmed, and it's starting to feel so much more real. I just got a call saying that my blood test results all came back low risk, so baby has no issues, and that they've confirmed the gender. I don't know what the gender is because I said, don't tell me, write it on a piece of paper and put it in an envelope. Oh my God. It just feels so good to know that everything's going well, considering how I started to feel like when I started losing so much weight. I was like, oh my God, this can't be good. Like, of course, it's normal if I guess you're vomiting and you're nauseous and you're sick, but like I literally didn't vomit at all. I still haven't vomited, which is great signs. But when you're losing so much weight, you're not eating, you're really like in your head about, am I doing enough to grow this baby properly? And knowing that everything is low risk and everything's fine. I've got another scan in 2 weeks' time at the 13-week mark. I'm stoked. So on that note, I'm going to sign off this video here on a high note, on a positive, on a happy, and I will see you guys in trimester 2. So please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment, and I can't wait to take you along this journey with me of growing a little human. In the meantime, be bright, be bold, be you, and I'll see you trimester 2. Bye.